Hello, I am continuing on the real-world application in NgRx converting to StateAdapt, and this video will be converting the Auth reducer. So this is the second one, and it's not too big, so this probably won't take that long. But the list, like the article list, it depends on Auth. So I will do this first. All right, so I've been looking around just a little bit at it, but this is the home component, the one we spent a lot of time in last time, and it's got the auth facade, and I bet the auth facade is being used in a lot of places. Yeah, it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep the auth facade actually, and I'm going to just replace the contents with the like StateAdapt stuff. So first I'm going to start with making an auth adapter. Oops. Create adapter. Okay, and all right. Now here's this stuff. I'm going to do what I talked about in the last video. I'm just going to define this here. They did it with the reducer, so might as well. And the user interface, where's this used? In enough places. It probably should just be here in this folder. I don't like having libraries that are just for types. Anyway, so this is going to be auth state. And let's see. Let's look at the reducer. So it's got 5 actions. So let's see. What's this doing? Set. Let's see. What's this doing? It's saying it's logged in. Is this redundant state, maybe? Look at this. That's always true when, right? I don't think it's ever, it's auth initial state. Does it start out of sync? User, oh, that will be empty. Like it'll have empty things in it. And logged in is false. So it's not like it goes away. It's just empty, or its properties are empty. So I'll just keep both, even though if I were doing it, I'd probably have this be undefined, like from scratch, if I were doing it from scratch. So anyway, so okay, so we've got set I'm going to call it just receive user because it's not setting anything in particular. What else is it going to have? Just user, right? I'm just going to say it's a user. That's the payload. And it's going to be state logged in true user. Right? Yes. Okay, that was easy. Okay, that's one. This will just be reset because it's just returning the initial state. So I can ignore that one for now. I'm going to make a note though, so I don't neglect this line for these things. I probably won't, but just in case. Okay, now register and login. These are kicked off when okay. Of type return is like, oh, right. The facade is going to dispatch these. This is just, okay, so this is just starting out. All right, so there are 3 states: in progress, succeeded or failed, basically, and then there's the initial one. I'm gonna call this one, I think I'm gonna call it request auth. Or get user, maybe? It's login and register, so. But what's the state change called? Well, set in progress. And it's just gonna be status. What's status dot? Great. Okay. Yeah, okay. And then we get register success. It says get user success. Status, but also status.init. Okay, so it's like we're going to be reusing this state reaction. So, I mean, I created a function called create selectors that uses like a cascading, it lets you define like a cascading series of selectors that reuse some from the previous level. And that was fun. With create adapter, it'd be a lot more work. I thought about it, but ended up not doing it. So instead, what I think I'll do is just define it out here. Okay, I mean, it's not that much shared logic, but it's enough to be useful. And then here, it's just this. So, what do I call that? Well, it's this one. So register or login. And this one is, wait a second. Oh, this is, okay. So this is just fetching the user. And this is registering or logging in. So this is like what happens when you first load the app. And you're just trying to see if you've got the user. What does that do in the effects? Auth service user, where is that? So that is an API request. It's not logging in, right? So there's no like password and credentials being sent. It's just seeing if we're already logged in, I guess. It's not so not all the user's details are saved in a cookie or whatever it is, maybe local storage. I think I saw local storage somewhere, but they are on the server, so you need to use the cookie or whatever to get you need to use the token, JSON web token, to get the full user object. Okay. So this is just receive user. I'm just going to call this one login success, because when you register, it logs you in at the same time. So I guess it covers both. But what do I call it? So receive user. Like, these should be verbs that say how the state is changing. Like with the entity adapter add one, very specific things. I looked into this before, but I wonder what would happen if I made one state change for this and then just passed a source into two separate state changes. Well, let's find out. How about that? I think it handles it because under the hood, StateAdapt, it keeps track of each source, and if the source has, so every time you initialize a mini store, it takes the sources and saves the functions that, so the functions that would, so the state changes that they were passed in with, and it goes through each, I can't remember, it's been a while. What does it do first? Does it iterate primarily through the state changes, or let's take a look at it, why not? What is going on here? This is slow, really slow. Adapt.ts init require sources, so passes in the reactions. Let's see, the reactions, that is the object that maps the state change to, or the reaction to, the sources. Right, so no, sources. Alright, so these are just the functions from the adapter, okay. So those are the functions, and then the sources are down there. So this is going to return an observable that it doesn't emit. Well, it does. Maybe it doesn't emit. It doesn't emit, I don't think. It's not used anyway. And but anyway, it kind of merges all the sources together with, and chains the side effects, which are updating the store. So let's see. All sources with reactions. So that's the sources object you pass in to init. Right, so it maps each source. flatten. Okay. This is gonna have the reaction name on the left-hand side and the function on the right-hand side. Yep. And then so it's gonna reaction name, reaction. Source is reaction name. Okay, so right. So the reaction source, if this ran for if you pass the same source into two different ones, I mean this is only handling one, so it's going by the reaction entries. So it's grabbing your sources right here. Okay, so these are sources for that reaction. Oh, all the sources. Okay, and then for each source, okay, right. So sources with reactions. So then it takes the so for each of these sources, it returns the source and the reaction. So it turns it into a ton of these pairs with source and reaction. I could have made this an array, but this is good. And then it flattens, right? Because each reaction is going to have an array, and so it just makes one big array. Wait a second. Where does this come from? Okay, yeah, remove Lodash. Yes, dependency. So, yep, I did do that. Okay, so that's just a ton of pairs of source and reaction. And for each one, it's going to get the get updater stream. Oh, it creates one. Okay. So basically, it chains off of the source and does the side effect. Right? That's got to be part of that. But what's that for? Let's see what this is. Oh, it finds if there's already one of these, if the source already has one. Right, right. This is mapping. So it's going to do one at a time. I think it'll just add, yes, updater streams push. Okay, right. Only if there isn't one. Then it provides a source. Okay, so get source. Okay, so first, okay, all right. This is a little complicated. Anyway, I think this will handle it because it takes these one by one and it assumes there might be already updates. So what would happen? I think they execute synchronously. So it would create a state change, and then it does that for all sources, and it piles the state changes all onto one action, and then it dispatches that, and that's why you don't get, like, if you use the same source in like 20 stores, you don't get 20 actions in Redux DevTools because only one action happened. So I wanted to make sure that I shared the update and sort of piled them all onto the same. Yeah, get all source updates. Okay, this is going to be a single source. Yeah. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that it's going to work, but I need to I need to double check, but I think I can do this just fine. All right, so I'm just going to create this one. This is going to be called reset status. All right, reset status. Oops, state status. Good job making this singular instead of plural. Let's see. So is that it? That's the adapter. Wow. Okay. Cool. All right. Now the facade. This is where a lot of stuff is about to happen. So first, this is like a post request. It's not fetching data. This one's fetching data. Because I created get HTTP sources with data dependency in mind, not post requests. And so if you use that, the request observable will emit immediately, the request source. It'll emit immediately. So I don't want to do that because as soon as anything in this store is subscribed to, it would emit that from that source, because all the sources are combined and put in a using and then subscribed to. So they're all together subscribed to. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start. I thought about it. This is how I'm going to start for now. This is going to actually be a source. And it's going to be void. It's going to be auth login request. Okay. You know what? I just remembered. For a while, I was doing this. The benefit of this is in Redux DevTools, you can copy and paste the code, find and search in your code base, and then you'd see exactly where it came from. If you name this well, then it's also nice to see in Redux DevTools. I'm going to do that and see how I like it. All right. So this is going to be like a post request, right? Well, it's going to have success and failure. Okay. It's going to be auth. Okay, and then we're going to, how do I do this? Maybe I'll, what do I do? Concat map, switch map? I mean, I don't really want, like if they click it multiple times, I don't even want that. So what's the operator where it just keeps the old one and ignores new ones? That just, it's definitely not merge map, it's not concat map. Let me see. RxJS inner observable one at a no, only one. Does that mean throttle? Ignore until complete. Doesn't emit inner observable again until it's completed. Exhaust map. Let me show you what I'm looking at here. That didn't work out. Okay, this is a lone tab. So, okay, so you got clicks, result, this is 5 seconds. But why? I mean, exhaust map. Oh, this is weird. Return. So this is a timer. 5 seconds. I mean, but you're not gonna know if this worked or not. Because it's just setting it. It'd be nice if there's a console log here. Yeah, okay. Let me see if there's a better example somewhere. Same example. But it runs on stacklets, so. Okay, all right. Running. All right, so take 5. What? How about this? Good, good. And then it'll run again, I hope. Hey, yeah. Okay, so now let's do 2 seconds. Is it gonna clear or not? Running, running, running. Okay, that's exactly what I want. So that's like throttle, but for observables, I guess. I don't know. It's not like throttle. It is what it is. Okay. Exhaust map. Okay, and where are the effects? It's just gonna be this. I'm changing that name. User is a noun. Okay, auth service. Jeez. User, it's doing something. It's probably usering. Okay. Res. Okay, I need the auth service. Won't be needing this. Private. Okay. What's it going to be? Well. And the error shall be yeah, this is the other thing I wanted to think about. The thing is, okay, so I looked at it more, and yeah, get HTTP sources. What it's going to do is it's going to it already has a catch error on it, and it's mapping that to an action with the error string as the payload. So that should work on its own. And this is just if there is some way of determining if this is a bad response internally and there is no like error thrown, then I can specify what error to show here. So you could do like response.code or whatever and put that here. So response code. And I'm just going to call this, well, okay. That'll just be what that is. Okay. All right. So there's the request thing. So when I initialize the store, which I might as well do now, okay, adapt. All right, now I'm going to call this store equals this adapt.init. It's going to be auth, or I forget. This is the actual state path in the object. Auth adapter. Auth initial state, good, follows the same convention as the other one. So when we are getting the user, what okay, so we got get user success, get user failure. So reset is going to be dot fail error, okay? And then there's going to be another one that triggers that, but we haven't defined it yet. I will just comment it. Log out. Oh, right, of course. That makes sense. Okay, that's great. Now, get user. Right, so this is the initial one. Where was that? Was there like a pending? Nah. I guess we don't care if it's loading the user. We just have a reaction for when it's done. All right, so then this wasn't necessary. Oh shoot, I'm looking at get user. I'm supposed to be looking at login. Also, login is 2 words if it's a verb. If you look at every of the major websites, they'll just have like sign in as 2 words. It's a subtle thing that it's like one of the signs of a website that isn't run by people who specialize in writing copy. Okay, so let's see. Auth. Or I guess people who are just obsessed with their OCD about grammar anyway. Okay, so what are all the login ones? So we just have, all right, so in progress. All right, so this one, what was the reaction we called? Adapter. This one was called set in progress. That makes sense. And it's going to be, I think it had 2, didn't it? Yes, register and login. So that will be there. So that's the source. We use it because we don't want it to emit anything until this is called with .next. These inner observables are subscribed to immediately. Well, all of them are, but the request one will emit immediately. I already explained that, but anyway. So, login request, the next one will be, let's see. User Okay, it doesn't exist yet, so. And what's the future one for this one? This one is register. That's the other one. Okay. All right. Other login things. So login success. These are flipped for some weird reason. Right. This one had 2 reactions. What were they? We had reset status and set user. That's right. So status success. Good. And then set user. Didn't I have that? Receive user. Okay, I think I remember. What is this emitting? User response. So is it rapid or something? Then we need to map it. So I'm going to call it login. Okay, and then it's going to have map to res.user. There we go. Yeah, that's fine. Catch error. It chains off of the end of this. That's what this will do. Okay, what's going on here? Oh, great. Okay, did that fix it? Yes, it did. Good. So I think, yeah, I think I knew that this could work, but you want as much logic as possible to be put inside the adapter. And it would be better, I think, to have a reaction called whatever, like the noun was. It'd be better to have that, even though it's not a verb, and have all the logic together, than to do this. But this isn't that bad either. I don't know. I'm still learning what I think is the right way to do things. So I'm going to try this and see what it looks like at the end. Is that all the login stuff? Yeah, I think so. I already did failure, didn't I? Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, and this one is just called reset status, right? Oh, then this should be failure or error. What? Both of them do. So login success and login failure. Okay. Let's do that. And then add on error. Okay. That makes sense. And this is going to have 4 sources. That's crazy. You can have the register things too. Okay. Okay, this is wrong because I'm fetching the user and this is login. I forgot to change that part. So let's go back to the effects. Did I close that? I think I did. Okay. Login. Here we go. Uh-oh. So this depends on something else as well. data. Okay, all right. This will actually end up being very, very similar. It'll just be login with the data. So concat latest from. What? Is this a custom operator? What is this? NgRx? Maybe they have an exhaust latest from. Nope. I don't care. I'm just going to use this. Okay, now we need to add that. Okay. All right, we're going to have login with data. Nice. What? Fantastic. All right. Okay, I think login should be good now, right? Does this return user? Oh, good. Same thing. Good. So everything is just nice now. I can't believe how long they make these lines. Can it even? Yeah, that's showing in my video. So my face is just right down there in the corner. All right. So why did I choose to do login first? I don't know. It was up here, I guess. Probably should have done user first. I'm gonna put user at the top. It's weird. You probably developed login first and then log out. Register should have, anyway. It doesn't make sense. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to work on just, should I do register or user or get fetch user now? I'm going to do fetch user. So this one's going to be really simple. It's just going to be very declarative. It's just a data source that's going to be fetched immediately. It doesn't depend on anything. It's just going to be fetched. All right, at least I can change it later, but that's how I'm going to define it now. HTTP sources, auth. Oh, I only needed to do it there. Okay. All right. So let's see. What's next? Oh, yeah, the observable. So what this used to be, auth service. Fetch user. Good. And then same deal as this one. Whoa, fits in one line. That's weird. Okay. Okay, now we can do the one that I was doing before. Okay, get user success. So on success, it's going to receive user. I think that's what, yeah, that's all that did. Okay, receive user. Okay, right? It does this, yes, plus resetting status. So see, that's an issue. It's hard to keep track. Like, you have to remember, oh, so it's going to reset status and receive user. And then you have to go look at those. So let's see. Receive user, I'm going to put this at the top because yeah. Oh, come on. Okay, so yep. pipe and map to that. I mean, who cares? Well, I kind of want to change this service. What else is in the response? Let's see, because yeah, fetch. Either way, fetch user. What is the user response? API types. Great. I mean, that user. That's it. I might as well just map to user here. Yeah, it's okay if this like. Good. Okay. All right. Same thing for all these things. User response, all of them. What's this? Oh, that's the response, or what's the second argument to post? Oh, that's just the body, the data you're sending. This stuff right here. Okay, all right. Now we go back here and fix this. There. Now it all should be happy. Yep. Okay, and now user request. Here. That's for error. Let's get the reducer again. So get user. Yep, just those two. Okay. Nice. All right. So that there's two. Let's do another one. Let's do register and go. I wonder how different it's going to be with this. Wow. It's kind of like these should be like the same method. But they shouldn't be. Well, it's the typing from data as any that really sucks. Okay, but I think it's fine. All right, so we've got, let's just, how many do we have? How many responses? 3. Okay, we've got the init, right, with the request, the initial request. Yes, that's right here. I don't need these reminders actually. Okay, and then we have success and failure. Success is going to be the 2. Oops, I command tab instead of control tab. So the same 2 as this. Login request. Right, reset status and set user, receive user. So all these fetch user, I mean, this makes sense. This is the response from all of them. Set in progress will be register and login. Reset status will be when login requests or errors, or yeah, and then or succeeds or fails, and then we'll want error. That looks accurate. This looks good. Is there anything else? There's log out. That's cool. That's the last one. So we're getting close. Okay, log out. And that's just resetting. So that will be, there are side effects. So I'm going to go to NgRx effects. Okay. It's weird that this is using a real API. It's a real world app, so of course it does. Of course it is. All right. Log out. We'll just put that here. All right. This takes void or any. Yeah. Okay. All right. So this is all the state changes that I need. And now we'll go here and what? Oh, that's fine. I'm happy to break these things. Okay. Where are the side effects? I'm pretty sure storage. Okay, so as soon as you try to log out, whether you're successful or not, so I gotta do this. Oh, all of this. Okay, so this is side effect, so I'm gonna make this a subject, and this is how I've been naming it. I don't really know what the best way to name it would be, but so far I'm happy with this. Tap, so we're making a side effect here. Okay, and now we need router and that. This file is getting big, isn't it? That's just fine. All right, so yeah, it has this. Yeah, and then to source. I need to source. It's gonna be this string here. Cool. So effects. It's a side effect. I mean, you can always do side effects with tab. And yeah. Dispatch false. It's just a straight up side effect. That's all it is. But this original one goes on to remove from the store as well. Alright, so is there anywhere else where we're setting it? Where? Login or register success of type of either of these. I'm going to set these and navigate. Okay, so this isn't when it gets the user, because if it gets the user, it already had the token, apparently. I'll have to see how it's used, so I'll go to the components and anyway, but when these succeed, it sets these here. Is this needed? Yes. Action. It just comes from the user, so okay. So for both this and this, we're gonna merge. Success, and I'm going to start with login because it comes first. All right, what is going on here? Replaced with merge with? Why? I don't really care, but it's a little annoying. Oh, I could have pulled this over too. Deprecated, huh? Anyway, so we'll put our side effect here. What? Oh, it's their actions. Okay. No. What? Okay, so user, so payload. Wait, so action dot payload dot token, and this is action. There. Okay. If there's an error, well, it's gonna return of, or the payload's gonna be a string. So this might be a problem. Well, no, these are the success observables. So this will only be successful. And you know what? This is cool. We've got login and register success. They can, since they had to be merged anyway. Both of them will be receive user and all right. I don't know how I feel about this, but it's fine. What happens right here? When we navigate, because depending on what component is there, it might be tearing down the store, but Auth is going to be used in the home component or in the top menu, whatever global thing. So I don't think we have to worry about this for Auth, but I could see this being an issue. And if it is, I would call a set timeout here, or switch map. Oh, God, this is ugly, but get something from the store that indicates that it completed, that the store state was updated. Well, you know what? It's not going to update the state. If it's going to tear down the state, there's no point in making sure it updates first. Anyway, it's not a problem here. I'm not going to think about where it could be a problem, because I do have projects like this coming up that should push this to the limits. But there'll be ways of dealing with it. It'll be easy. Okay, do I have everything from the effects now? I've got auth user, get user success. That's simple. Any other side effects anywhere? Just those two. And it's just mapping. Got just the 4. Concat latest from, yeah, I don't. Oh yeah, look, they're doing an exhaust map here. I don't know what this is about. Maybe something to do with payloads, like making the payloads work together. You can do that? Oh. Where's that stupid thing? Yes. Ha! Good. This reminds me of a bug one time in an app that I had where they were calling a function with an extra comma at the end, and that caused it to run a whole different set of logic because it received an extra parameter. Yeah, that was a pain to find. Anyway, I think everything from effects is done. Oh. This is performing a side effect. We need this. This is failure. This is either... I mean, this part's the same for... See, what they did here, I mean, they could have done this here. I hate any types. Anyway, so I think that will end up being the same thing here. Failure error. Error. Sure. Let's just copy it. And then this will be success. It'll be error. And then this will be, let's call it that. Is that string? Should be. Payload is a string. Okay. And then we'll have this, I think, what does this even return? Void, maybe? Returns errors. So it's going to be of with errors, but I don't think anyone uses that. Here we're returning an action. Is this an act? No, it's just an observable. I think this might be pointless. Okay. No, we're not returning. We're just boom. Whoa. From NgRx forms. Where does this come from? All right. Oh, I wasn't using it yet. Okay, now organize imports. Okay, what does it expect? Is be an array? What? What type is that? Where's the auth service? I don't really know. What about the API service? This is theirs. I'm not sure. Why? This feels terrible. Oops. And then here, where is the error? So this can be replaced with that. Okay, I mean, that's nice, but still kind of feels terrible. I feel like I didn't understand this part, and it would help if this were typed. Oops. Yeah, this. It's not returning an action, is it? Oh, NgRx forms. It must be returning an action. What's the action? Typed action. Yep. Set errors. Huh. Maybe I should have done NgRx forms first. I don't know exactly what it does, but that'd be fun to figure out. Okay, well, it's going to be broken for a while then, because I don't... this is an action that's not being dispatched. I think that's what just happened. So how about I do this. Let's see if this works. Oh, all right. Okay, so I did get rid of NgRx store. Yeah, I don't care. I guess it's too much of a bother to fix. We just made this side effect for nothing, maybe. And I don't think this will do anything. So actually, let's do this. All right, let's take that, give that a good old console log. What is this? Oh, closing twice, extra parentheses, is that what that is? And then no closing. And then an extra one. Jeez, okay, that was a lot. Let's just see what that does. I could have just wrapped that in that, but I was thinking of doing another line first, but anyway. Okay, this looks good. Enough. Anyway, I think that's it. I think that's it. So now I'm going to just destroy everything. Oh, selectors. Let's see what we got here. Oh, just boring stuff. So, delete. Delete. Are they actually testing it? Oh, they are. Ah, seems like a waste to delete. But it works totally different now. I guess the test will be broken for a bit. Whoa, look at all these. Oh, 9. I think that's what I have. Okay, now let's fix. There's gonna be so much broken. First of all, I can go back to the facade and get rid of these. And then where did these things? Select Auth state. Isn't that everything? I think that's everything. So this will just move to state, and then user, okay, adapter. Will be easy. Okay, is logged in. That'll be another easy one. That's stupid. Why? I mean, this is an adjective. It sounds like a Boolean. Fine. I'll just keep their thing so I don't have to change all the components, hopefully. Okay, now this will be interesting because, it's strange that it allowed me to keep that there, but okay. Perfect. Let's start with the app component. Oh, here's where they're doing it. Get item. If there's one of those things, then we're going to fetch the user. Okay, I thought that there'd be something like this somewhere. This is going to cause some re-architecting, but in various places. But anyway, so we've got user request here. It's only going to do this. Let's see where this is called. A lot of places. Oh no. Just one place. Okay, we're good. All right. This should have been an internal concern of our thing. So get item. Okay, so this is just the main thing. All right, so if that returns at all, then, and it isn't observable apparently. Yeah, apparently you don't need that. Is logged in. I mean, where is this used? See, this will trigger it. This will trigger it. So, yeah, so will this. All right. That's pretty cool. So we'll put it here. So we're going to do user request. Register user request. No. I would call it user $, but that's interesting. User $, is the user data that you'd expect. So it could either mean this, where the user is coming from, or this, where the user is coming from the store. So I'll just call it user request. It's not the same thing as this pattern down here, like login request, but it's close enough. Yeah. All right. Get item. Token. That actually helped, having it called token. Okay. Then we're going to, how did they do it here? Was that switch map? They subscribed. Well, for me it's going to be a switch map. Do I need token? No, you just path. You just call it, of course. Yes. And this is a source. So this is going to be shared with everyone who needs anything from this store. Anyone. So already oh, I imported from the wrong place. It should be adapter. There, now we're happy. Oops. What's the yellow thing for? Oh, it's an old warning. What is going on? Oh, right. I only run tslint on save because it does kind of slow things down a little bit, and it's annoying while it's typing, but I just have to remember that I have to save to get updated orange thingies. Okay. Okay, now this is happy. It's the fact that it wants the user. This logic is inherent in that. It must happen in order for anyone to actually get a user. So this is good. See, these require actions to trigger off because it's always a exhaust map. But this is automatic. If anyone wants any user data, it's going to run this code. But just once, because StateAdapt shares sources. All right, let's see what the next error is. Let's close that file, actually. Keep things somewhat clean. Yeah, I think it'll be faster if I just search this. Settings component. There's only one instance anyway. How boring. I think it's called this. Well, that works. Okay, get rid of that. And then concerning that I didn't get any type errors for that, but what is going on? Oh, I changed that rule, right? Okay. I'm gonna put actions up top. Put them further down. Doesn't really matter what they are. We know it's a subject. The template doesn't know anything, apparently. So, alright, so let's go back down here. Settings. Uh-oh. Do we have a side effect that we didn't know about? We can have those. Didn't I delete this? Well, I didn't yet. Well, I want to. Yeah, too bad for this guy, though. I don't really care. I don't want it to show up in my changes. Well, I could just... Yeah. I do need to think about testing though in general. But okay, let's just go here. Settings.effects. Okay, what do we have? Okay, this is easy. Get user, huh? This is a dependency. Getting user depends on settings, right? But this worries me because this is probably like a circular thing. Yeah, we're getting the user, but then when we update settings, we need to get a user again. Shoot. I'm gonna pause and think about this. All right, here's my thinking about this. They are combining the form data with the old user data, which means this is the user form. I don't think I can look at it right now because the app is all broken, but I think that settings is where it was just settings and user are kind of the same thing, actually. Yeah, I don't think this is. I'm not sure settings should be a separate anything. Profile, probably the same thing. It's all part of the same data. That's why it's interested in it. That's why it's trying to change it. Like both of these things, it like wants it and it wants to change it. It's kind of part of it. But yeah, but so update pipe map. So after the update, it will save, and then it'll emit a success thing. That should be the source of setting user again. So I don't know. I'm not too familiar with this yet, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to provide a subject that can. I don't love this. So there are a couple ways of doing this. One way is you can change the state to say it's stale, but and then have this be watching that piece of state and then react to it by fetching again. And that's like a good general approach. Another thing you can do is provide like a subject that says something like this, or refetch, I don't know, something along these lines, and just be like new subject. Isn't default void? Doesn't matter. Okay. And then there will be a token. So merge with. I need to get used to using merge with, but basically anytime one of these emits, we want to do that. So okay, I think this should work. And then just go down here and there. Auth actions are dead. Oh, we needed that. What? What do you get when you dispatch an action? Oh. This returns an observable. This is very weird. No? Okay, what is it expecting? They want an action. What was it? Oh. Oh, okay, so... This is annoying. I don't want to dispatch an action. I just want to set something. Is there like a nothing action or... I'll just make it part of this. What? One argument? Oh, I do need void on here. Let me see. NgRx effects no action. I thought there was one in, yeah, I think there was one over here. Yeah. I mean, so we don't need to map to anything? Okay, now where? Create an effect. Create effect. So at the very end. Hey! All right. This though. Now this won't dispatch. This might be hacky, but jeez. Give it a rest with this strictness. Like, what? Is someone gonna try to rewrite this? We just need, oh, just the first two, yeah. Okay, I mean, this could be anything, right? Oh, it's that same thing. Yeah? I mean, this should work, but... Okay, alright. Well, that is quite a lot of stuff that I've done now, and Wish I could just test it now, but I gotta keep going and get rid of all these errors. How many do we have? Hey, that's not too bad. All right, just like 15 or so. Oh, register.component. This one should be easy, actually. Good. Oh, requests, right? And yeah, let's get rid of this. Submit. Sure. Let's call it that. No type checking. Am I missing something like an extension or something? I don't know. Okay, all right. Log in. Okay, same thing, probably. Close this now. It'd be nice if it had end-to-end tests for all this stuff. Let's call this submit. Same thing. Okay. That will be gone. Okay, nice. Auth effects. Oh no. Oh good, index. Oh, this will be a few errors. Oh, awesome. I'm gonna get rid of those right now. Let's go here and up to the index file and all those. Okay. Oh, that's so great. Oh, right. Okay, so main.ts. I think this is the NgRx inclusion now. Yeah. Okay, where is it? It's main.ts, right? Oh, there's the error. Great. I will just let the token thing stay. All right, auth is gone. Awesome. What? Is that it? Hey. Oh. I wonder. No, this isn't. That's not yet. Okay. Let's see. Wow. I'm not. I mean, I don't have time to test. I need to test, but I got something I gotta quit recording and go do. So, let's see. Yeah, this is so weird. Anyway, where's Auth? Here it is. Okay, go ahead and log in as me, I don't care. I won't be publishing this for a bit though. But let's see. Auth success. I mean, what was that? That was just user, right? Yeah, just set the user. It is simple. It's very simple. It's just the flow of everything that's complicated. So if I go to settings, know, it should. Let's see, what does it have? Wow, there's a lot of stuff in here. Destroy home. Oh, home isn't always there. The home component I'm talking about. It's like, isn't name in here somewhere? Why was it combining settings? Anyway, let's look at settings, effects. Just double check that stuff is happening. We should be able to just see the actions, but I'm afraid that uh-oh. Well, what's up? Ah, crap. Is something wrong? Where did Auth go? App component is still subscribing. Wow, look at all of that. JOE, so it runs it for all of them. I mean, I think it's cool to have form state in the store. I just wish it was debounce. Destroy home. Auth wasn't there. Where did Auth? What? Now Auth is gone? Why? What else? Some other things left. Let's see. Home left. Right? And that was my other thing. So all of the adapt state is dead. No? Well, it came back, I guess. Yeah, look at this. And yeah, it seems to me like I'm setting this somehow in the state sanitizer or something. I need to take a look at how DevTools is doing, like what it's doing now. That's different. But Auth, huh? Why? What if I rename it? Yeah, Auth 2 is there and then it's gone. Because of NgRx forms? Is there one? Auth success? Load article success. This wasn't a problem before. Is this? Yeah, I've done this with NgRx and it works. Is there an update where because there is an AdaptReducer, right? I did add that. Yes, I did. So no matter what these other things are doing, this adaptReducer should still be there. And it's just the state sanitizer that makes it look like it's top level. Is there an adaptReducer here? No. And I'm not even sure why these are all top level somehow. Oh, it's lazy loaded, right. Okay, lazy loading, maybe, no. Because this is part of the home page, I think. Maybe. And think about this. All right, a little update here. I put a console log in an app component for the store, and yeah, because what you see here is the sanitized state object. So what I wanted to do is actually see what's in there. Adapt is there, but it's got NgRx manage state inside of it. So this is very weird. Yeah. Yep, this has to be a bug with my library. I have to figure it out. So I'm going to pause again and unpause when I figure something else out. So I'm looking at my source code inside node modules, and I might be mistaken, but it looks to me like this isn't minified. So I don't know what the deal is with that. So the 10 kilobytes that I that I recorded, or like a while ago, someone tweeted a challenge for people to compare state management libraries or something like that, and my comparison showed 10 kilobytes, and then I said that it would be a kilobyte lower once I published the version that got rid of Lodash. But now I'm looking at this code and wondering, did I actually publish non-minified code, or is this something new with, yeah. So I'm looking here, yeah, I don't know. I'll look into this for sure, but actually I'll look into it right now. So I do have in my scripts this -- prod. Did this change at all? Should this be like production? Did that change to full? I don't know. I'm gonna Google it real quick. Yeah, I think it isn't minifying it, but I can look at this next time I publish the library, and I'll provide an update at that point. I feel like with these things I'm discovering, I'm going to end up with an update soon. But anyway, for now, I'm going to try to debug this. What's going on with my library here? So, hang on. All right, I figured it out. This is embarrassing. This is a bug in StateAdapt that is awful. I don't know why I wrote it. I don't know how I didn't catch it before now. The biggest it's a bug with hybrid mode between NgRx or Redux. If you're using pure StateAdapt in React or Angular, or using hybrid with NgXS, this won't be a problem. But with NgRx, it is. And it's awful. This is causing the actions to be spread onto the state object in Redux DevTools. That's actually inside adapt, the adapt state, and it's because I'm returning an action here. So I'm going to fix this right now. All right. What? Why does making it null make it okay? What? Anyway, so, and honestly, adapt, like StateAdapt, I don't think it should be null. I think the default should be empty object. And so it should return state here. Okay? That's what should happen. Because right now what I'm saying basically is this my special patch state action? If so, return or update, according to the action payload that has all the updates. If not, return the action as the state. That is ridiculous. So it works when the StateAdapt action is the last one, but then as soon as an outside action is dispatched, which I don't know how I missed this before, but I guess whenever I tested things, I was on features with StateAdapt and I didn't use the rest of the app. And so the other, state management library, NgRx or Redux, didn't update this. So this bug went unseen for 14 months, at least. So that is crazy. All right, well, next, it's going out with the next release. This will be in version 0.41. This is why it's not 1.0 yet. I have some issues in the repo that I like to finish before publishing the official version, but I felt strongly that the biggest priority was for me to actually use it in real apps, and it's cool. The real world application, it served its purpose. Apparently, it's pretty realistic because it found this bug. It surfaced this bug. So my only question is, how do I going in here, trying to change the source code and then rebuild? I fixed the bug here. I couldn't get it. No matter what I changed here in the node modules, I couldn't get it to give an updated version. So maybe I need to cache bust this somehow. Maybe the Angular CLI is being really smart. I don't know which of these that is the one that I need to do though. Maybe if I look in Angular JSON. Project.json. Interesting. When did this change? I don't know. What was I looking for? I don't remember. It's starting to get late. Oh yeah, this would be a tsconfig thing actually. Maybe base tsconfig. Yes, 2015. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go way up here, try to change the ES 2015 version, or I'll go here. How does it, I don't understand this. How does it choose which one to build? I don't really know. But This is low-level stuff I'm just going to pause for. All right, here's what I did. I just copied and pasted from my source code out to here, and this is the key. This has the bug fix. I tried modifying the node module file, never worked. Thought it was caching, but then I removed node modules and put them back, and it's still. So I did an nx reset, did nx cache clean. Anyway, this ended up working. So, and yeah, it was the exact problem. I've got the data here perfectly. I loaded this again, and this time it actually preloaded with the existing user info. I bet description is that here, bio. All right, short bio. I am developer. Update and see, we can test it now. Okay, so where was update? Edit settings. What is this? Oh, it's just the action. So that's going to the settings, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is just getting there. Load profile. That's the action. Right? Okay. Set list config. I don't know what the deal is with that, what that problem is. Initialize errors. Anyway, apparently this was kicked off, and I think this was the result. Anyway, I should probably just go back here and see if these get hit. Good. All right. Okay, so I need to figure out what happens if I have an error. So mark as stale, and then yeah, that causes it to refetch the user. What's that? Username. It's using the bio? What? What was that? That makes no sense. I don't know why it's trying to do that. Huh, weird. Let's check in both of them. Okay, well, let me see what happens with errors now. That's new password. That's probably not very strict. Oh, what's this? URL of profile picture. Since when did I put that there? I didn't. So when it's loading the profile settings, for some reason it's putting bio in URL. That is pretty nuts. Okay, where's profile? A lot of profile things. So Yeah. I don't know why it did that, but anyway, thing about these is it's just so, anyway, you know what, I'm gonna try logging out. How do I log out? Why is the image gone? It saved it at some point as the wrong thing. Oh, it is trying to look for that. So it used to be the default image. At some point during the development process, it went away apparently. So, weird. Yeah, it still has that. Data.image. I mean, it's like it's adding it anew. Huh. Yeah, it's coming from the forms state. Right. State is in the Redux DevTools, so I can actually see. Bio image is nothing. Oh, interesting. Okay. That seems like there's probably some derived data in there that shouldn't be in the store, but whatever. So let's go back. Edit settings. Huh. Yeah, that doesn't matter. It's this. I want to see in here. Let's go back. Empty. Update. Good. So I've got underscore. Edit settings. Data. Image is nothing. And user is undefined. That's not good. Why would it be undefined? Weird. Where is it? Oh. It's on the on the server, I think. It's probably a server-side bug. That's what I always say. Yep. Yeah, I can even just check the network. Where are those effects? It's putting to user. Yeah, it's editing user input, right? Endpoint. So what is the deal with that? Put, okay. Payload. Yeah. Okay. And then we're getting back. Yep, there's a bug, I think, on the back end. Okay. I want to see an error. How do I see an error? From the form itself. Maybe this? I mean, I'm kind of afraid of what will happen. didn't do anything. I can edit my email. Yeah, this should be a good one. It actually saved it. How do I get an error? Oh, maybe there was an error. No. There's a put. Okay, all right, well, it can be whatever it wants, I guess. How do I get an error here? I don't think I can. Oh, log out. There's log out. Okay, let's test this now. I'm going to refresh. That's the image I think it's looking for. Yep. So I'll ignore that. Log out. Cool. What happened? Okay. So we got application will have nothing, I guess, for me. Redux will have, yeah, I don't know. What I created is equivalent, so I'm not going to worry about it. And it's not like this is critical and will, it's not like anyone's going to die if there's a bug in my branch, in my forked repo of this app. But yeah, so log out. This should be gone, right? Oh, user going empty. That's right. Good. And it's init. The status is init. So, okay, let's try login. That worked. Where was I? Wow, dispatched a lot of actions, I think. Where was log out? Right there. Login request. Where does it put the data, I wonder? Auth success, that came back. All right. Yeah, what happens after login request? So we go back to the auth facade. Login request. Login request. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, I really don't mind this at all. Like, you can't copy and paste it. Oh, you can click there, yeah. And copy and paste and find in the repo. So I do not mind at all this convention that I made. I think I will do this. Yeah, so what happens though? Latest from the data. It just grabs the data and passes it in. It's not flying through Redux DevTools at all. Okay, that's fine. Well, actually, it was probably in. Yeah. Yep, there's my password. Go log in as me now. Steal my identity and my articles. Yeah, this is interesting. I definitely wouldn't put this in the store. I mean, this is sort of, it's static. It's not state. It's not the end of the world though. Anyway, so I think we're done. I think I got this working. mean, it seems to not be broken anymore. So, yeah. Other than this, like, server side, it's... Yeah, let's try this. Let's try just saving it as G. We go back and... Why didn't it update? Now let's try C. We go to settings and aha, yeah. So this is a server-side bug. That's funny. Okay. All right. It is review time, finally. Let's clean up first. Fix. Oh yeah, gotta do that thing. Okay, so this can be gotten rid of. Cool. And that actually matters, so I will keep that. Good. What other cleanup stuff is there? This is boring. I'd rather have this mapping to the user done here instead of in the effects or my facade or whatever. Oh no, I didn't want to format this. .html. No undo. Still, I don't like it. How was it before? That was in the middle. Yeah, I really don't like this actually. Or no, it was, okay, there. Yeah, that's what it was. So, yeah, it is really late. I am losing my mind. Is that the only thing? I think that is the only thing that changed. Yeah, don't see anything else. All right then. Fine. Oh, prettier. That's what caused that change. This is futile. All right. It's not my fault. So you know what? I'm gonna count this. I'm gonna commit this now. Because I don't want that as part of my comparison. So this will definitely wait. I thought I killed this. Oh no. I did have to add a little bit. Yeah, like 5 lines. That's crazy. That's glue code. But anyway. This one, I'm just gonna commit it at the same time and call this update templates. It's kind of weird because they're referring to things that don't exist yet, but oh well. Okay, so we have, okay, so this here, it's an overview, so summary and comparison. This here was added, they had this at the beginning. This is at the root, the app component, and it's supposed to check local storage for a JSON web token, and then if there is one, go fetch the user. What I did instead is I put it over in the facade up here, where I just chain off of that, and since this becomes a source for StateAdapt, it gets subscribed to. So back here in app component, the fact that we're using these already triggers this code button from the other file. It's more declarative that way. This is imperative. It's like the app component is the wise component that just knows about this local storage thing. But now it isn't. It just wants the data, and the data has its own requirements in it. Okay, so that's a great change. Deleted 3 files: the actions, the effects, and the reducer, and the selectors. Maybe those weren't ever exported. Yeah, because they were through the facade. So anyway, the reducer became this adapter. So about the same lines of code. Let's see, 54 versus 38, so a bit smaller here. The effects, I put them into the sources. So this is combined. This is the actions and effects all sort of wrapped into sources. And then they get plugged into the store. So there are some side effects that are absolutely side effects. A lot of it is like it didn't belong in NgRx effects, in my opinion. It's stuff like prerequisites to get the data, or like actually asking the service for the data. It's declared if you just have it wrapped in an observable and put it here as a source. But then there were some side effects. So so I defined my login request as, this is hideous to look at. So I defined my login request with get HTTP sources. So it got all the data it needed. So this is an example of self-contained declarative dependency. So it grabs the data from the form. So it starts with the trigger with the button click, and then it goes to the form state, and then performs the action, trying to log in. So that wraps it in with these three observables. Success. So there needs to be a side effect for this though. So before I plug it into the store, I created another observable that chains off of it, so that every time the value emitted, it would perform this side effect. And I merged it with the register request because the same side effect needed to happen. So this just sets the JSON web token and then redirects. I wish I knew a simple way of doing this with in a declarative way, but sources are going to have a lot of side effects. It's where data enters the application. But then when you plug it into the store, after that, it's pure functions, and it's the adapter and the state changes. And let's see, yeah. And you can have the same state change or the same source cause multiple state changes. But I probably should have just called it like a noun that contained all of the state changes that happened at the same time. So like right here, since this happens, that I decided to have that as one state change called reset status, and then receive user is another one, and so I had this trigger both of those state changes separately, but maybe I should have just had a one state change called whatever, just a noun. Like it doesn't have to be a great name, but just one thing, so that back here I could just plug it in one place, because this is a little hard to keep track of. It's like the more logic is in the reducer, the adapter, the better off you are, because it's, yeah, this is so actually this is more like the reducer. If you look at the reducer, the actual reducer, this is the thing that's mapping the actions, these are like the sources, to the state change. And with NgRx entity, you actually just use that adapter method to cause a state change. So you abstract the actual details away, but the main focus of the reducer is to map the actions to the state change. So this object right here is equivalent to reducers. Okay, this is the name of the state change, and it just grabs it from the adapter. So anyway, and then these didn't change. These names are the same. I just got them from the store instead of the NgRx store. So when you subscribe to these, it subscribes to the sources. So it's all wrapped into these nice things. So overall, things were simplified, and yeah, it's kind of more of the same. When it comes to integrating with NgRx and managing the side effects, it is a little bit of glue code, but this is like temporary. I should probably do this one next, actually. Settings or the form state. One of those, because those are kind of both wrapped into this. I think I should do the form state first because it's kind of used in everything. Like it'll be used in the post one too, with the article edit page, whatever. All right, so yeah, that's it. And to do the math, so we had 119 insertions and 243 deletions. That is half, right? So let me get diff stat. 119 and 243. Cannot, okay, that's fine. We'll edit here. 119 and 243. So if we put this in Google, we'll see the percentage change. So yeah, oh yeah, that makes sense. Just over 50%. So it's less than half the lines of code in the end. Isn't that nice? I think that's awesome. And what were the biggest things? Like actions aren't that much. I'm happy NgRx has shortened that, but the effects, these are annoying. They're disconnected. They're too powerful. With this, it's declarative and wrapped into that flow with an occasional annoying side effect. So yeah, I think this really was it. So the reducer became the adapter. So I mean, it's this becoming this. That's pretty different. And then maybe a little bit of that into this because of plugging this into two places, just a tiny bit, but the rest was probably just the effects. But anyway, so yeah, pretty great. That was awesome. I liked that. I discovered a bug with StateAdapt that will be in the next release, the bug fix, not the bug. And yep, I'm pretty happy with that. Huh, what's going on? Oh. There we go. All right. Not sure why that changed. Okay. All right, I'm done. Thanks for watching. Bye.